morning, Ellie. Hi. How you doing? Hi. Oh my, you look like Paddington. How are you, sir? Hi. It was a rough summer. Not
Oh,
good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My job, a lot of people got laid off.
Oh,
I'm okay, thank God. But it's been rough, and they did another round of layoffs yesterday, or last week, I should say. And Dad keeps falling. So, but other than that,
and there's less of you than there used to be.
yeah, part of it's because stress. I know you need another chair. I got one.
Yeah. Yes, let's get another chair. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, I will tell you, I'm
I've
fine
got-
with Simon and Garfunkel. We did that before. I'm fine with
Bridge
that.
over troubled waters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember what key? Or?
I think we stayed in the original, and we did a duet in the Sailor on Sailor Moon. When you're weary. And because I go up.
Yeah, right. I said don't test it at that part. It doesn't tell you anything. So,
That's true.
okay.
Because we did a duet at that part, I think.
That's E flat. Okay, so let's try this.
Okay. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. Your side. Oh, yeah, it's a little low, maybe. When you're weary, yeah, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all on your side. Oh, when times get rough. Friends just can't be enough, like a breeze. Over troubled water.
That's right. First and second will
Okay.
come down like.
Yeah.
Like.
A bridge over troubled water. Lay me down like a bridge.
The first one is just one second.
Oh, I thought it was, it's
Okay,
two.
let's do it twice.
Okay, no.
I will lay me
Down
down.
like a bridge over troubled down and out on the street, waiting I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and evening is gone, are we gonna do that in a duet? Or check go back down?
Yes, come down. Sail down.
What was it? Like a bridge over troubled water.
I will the vocal is a little unfinished.
Yeah.
So while I'm playing all this
Okay.
fancy stuff, when it feels right, why don't you just sing, ease your mind?
Okay. All right.
So, like a
All right.
Okay, so you wanted this one step up. You wanted one thing.
I know it's back again. I want to swim in water to drink it. Because I never want to stop.
And down in the river to pray.
No, I thought we were
Oh,
changing that
okay,
for
so what's,
drop off.
so what's where?
So I don't know how drop goes. Were we gonna do that one first?
We could do it first, sure.
Okay.
And
And
then you
then Bridge Over Troubled Waters, that would be the second one.
After the sermon, and
Is
then
it before the
Blue
sermon or
Boat.
after? Yeah,
Well,
after, well,
this has
yeah, after the sermon.
this has a song after the sermon, yeah.
Yeah, do it after the
Bridge
sermon.
over, and then
That's good.
Blue Boat Home is at the
Because
end.
then that's a transition to the water communion.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
and then Blue Boat Home is at the end.
Yeah. Okay, great.
You don't want to sing this one, the drop
You
off?
want me, I'll sing it if you want.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be be best.
Okay, I'll send it. So give me the copy that's in that, please. All right, thanks. No, this is in A. Give me the other one. Thanks.
The bottom.
That's the one I need. Yeah, thank you. That's in the, I'm the baritone. All right.
Well, you know what? So today is water communion, and for those of us who said water, were we supposed to drink water? We could do virtual water. There's a picture there, and you can use that for your remembrance. Yes. So we're prepared. We're fine. Okay? Everything is going to be awesome.
And nature has given us all this
Nature has
extra
given
water
us
to
water,
drink, right?
Yes.
Nature has given it to us.
And nature has provided us with a little extra today. Yeah, a little extra water. Hopefully we'll be ready.
Are you waiting for me, or was our rehearsal training? Play something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please, say it.
Okay, I will.
Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Obsolete song.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Elizabeth Gonzalez, and I'm the chair of the Worship Arts Committee here at UUCCN, and it is an honor to welcome everyone to our annual in-gathering and water service. It is a very special day for us as a community to start the fall, and many congregationally here all pray. I'm here with our minister, Reverend Pedro Toms, and our director of music, Michael Sansonia, and our soloist, Martha Banks. And we are currently looking for an RE teacher, so if you know someone who'd be a good person for that job, let us know. But in the meantime, childcare / lesson for the kids is being provided by Shelley McDonald and Adam Marzak. And I want want you to know that whether this is your first time here or your 1000th time here, you're welcome. No matter who you are, no matter what you believe, we're here to be in community together because we share the same values, even if we have different beliefs. Please join us for Sweet Tooth after service if you don't know. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's wonderful to see all of you here today, and for those of you who are joining us virtually. I'm going to start off with a poem before we have our prayer to the 7 directions. Who are the immigrants? They are the dispossessed of every land, those seeking freedom from oppression, economic prosperity, the promise of hard work and sleepless nights, and maybe safety for the little ones. They are my father and his family, looking for opportunities from the West Indies Islands. They are those willing to cross deserts and rivers and risk trafficking. They follow the laws and yet are told they are breaking the rules. Go back to where you came from. Go back and then maybe you can return. So we dangle carrots before them, making promises interspersed with threats. They are our brothers and sisters from other lands and cultures, people willing to sacrifice for the right to live free. We, the powerful, have manipulated their political system and undermined their economic structure for our own benefit. So now they come because they have to. If only we can see them and offer a hand to help. Hospitality is essential to African culture and to the teachings of Isaiah and to being Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, and every faith. You cannot risk erasure. Hold to that and open your heart to see your neighbor's needs, knowing they reflect your needs as well. They ultimately are us. There is one world, our Mother Earth, and we all have the right to be safe. We all belong to her. And now I will ask you to stand as you are able and join me in our prayer for the 7 directions. And the east is, so let's face our beautiful garden. We turn towards the east with our hands outstretched, facing our beautiful gardens. The sun rises in the east, and it's risen, though we don't see it today, and begins each day with new life and new vision. And now we will turn to the south, where our banner is, which is the direction of midday, the sun high with the energy of youth and the desire for learning. Then we turn towards the west, which is behind me, where the sun will set on our day, having brought us through to wisdom. And now we turn towards the north and offer prayers for reflection for our dreams and the healing of our spirit. And now let us reach for Father Sky, who provides a canopy of protection for our world. And let us reach down to touch Mother Earth, who provides us with our home and all that we need for our living. Now let us touch our hearts, acknowledging the spirit of life within us. May we be made whole. We belong to this world, to this community. We belong. And now we will have our land acknowledgement. And by Paul. Come on up.
We are here on the ancestral lands of America. We were put upon Turtle Island to be caretakers to gather in a good way, to be with earth's children in all their forms, those of the land, the water, and air. Let this earned acknowledgement be the beginning of our return to unity. Let us be guardians of the waters, air, and earth, the four-legged, the flyers, the swimmers, the crawlers, the mammal people, and the green. Let us be the guardians of harmony and kindness.
Oh, okay. Please come. So now join me in our chalice lighting, which is written in your order of service. Beloveds, we gather now to light the flame of our faith, signifying our desire to illuminate our minds, hearts, and spirits. May the being of fire call us to a spirit of unity. Now we will have our first song.
I love to swim in water or to drink it. Sometimes I think I never want to stop. And what is less important than one specific drop? You never hear a drop yelling, me. Water's one indistinguishable mass. And really, would you care to see every drop that's in a lake or glass? And I'm a drop of water, and I'm a grain of sand. I'm not much by myself, but together we're ocean and land. Shake a drop of water at a prison, and nothing much will happen at all. But put it through a hose and crank it up and watch the stone wall fall. There's not a lot that can happen through the pitiful power of one. But when many band together, there is little that cannot be done. And I'm a drop of water, and I'm a grain of sand. I'm not much by myself, but together we're ocean and land. I'm not much by myself, but together we're ocean and land.
That's a perfect choice. Thank you. And now, please read with me Wisdom from Native American Elders, which is in your order of service. There is a cycle of building beliefs called the self-talk cycle. Our self-talk builds our self-image, and our self-image determines our behavior, our actions, and our self-worth, how we feel about ourselves. If we want to change the way we feel about ourselves, we need to change our self-talk. We need to build ourselves up. We need to talk to ourselves in a kind, positive, uplifting, good way. We need to talk to ourselves about the good things that are happening and know that we are worthy and expect abundance. And now for
found in Jenga waters and Bateman brooks. Peace is the solace that we seek to answer the turbulence of our days. May peace be your companion to nourish you and give you strength.
Thank you, Benjamin.
And now we will have our affirmation, which is printed on the very last page in your order of service. Please read the italics after I read the bold print. And please stand for this. Love is at the heart of our values. Love is the center of all things. Equity is the value of our inclusive community. We believe in the inherent worthiness of all. Interdependence teaches us that we are all connected. We will only be made whole when we live as co-inhabitants of the world. Justice is essential for peace and building a beloved community. We will work to dismantle racism and other oppressions in ourselves and in our institutions. Generosity expresses compassion, gratitude, and hope. We will offer our faith, ourselves, and our resources. Pluralism encourages respect for diverse beliefs and allows us to be curious as we learn from one another. Transformation allows us to adapt to an ever-changing world. We are evolving and growing. We are never perfect. Okay, well, I'm going to use this time to go for our meditation. In a few days, we will be remembering the events of 9/11 and those whom we lost during that horrific event, those who survived, and the impact on our country. Let us remember that we must walk in peace and love and understanding in order to be able to build more of what it is that we want in the world. And even though these horrific things happen, we have to be able to see the world as a place in need of healing. Healing is needed around the world. We are in need of healing, and so is every other place where humans reside. It is difficult to think of those times, but every one of us can remember where we were on that day. Remembering the many memorials that happened as a result. But there was a time when that did happen, and we began to look at each other with a bit more human kindness. We need to find that spirit again. Let us have a moment of silence in remembrance of 9/11. So for our announcements, we're going to be having our first pumpkin patch delivery of the year on September 20th. So we're looking forward to that. If you can help in any way, let us know. If you have young people in your life, especially high schoolers or college students in community service, Girl Scout or Boy Scout troops, and so on, it's a great day when the community comes together to help set up our patch. Next week, we're going to have a guest speaker, Reverend Mark Tolo. He's been here before. He's actually recently moved to Queens, so he's much closer to us. So that's going to be really nice. And this month, our book club is reading Unbuilt Walls, and it's about the relationship between mass incarceration and immigrant detention in the United States by Sophie Shaw. We meet on the last Thursday of the month, so check the weekly update for the Zoom information for that book club. Does anybody else have any announcements about events concerning the community or the congregation? Okay. So we'll run to our offering and Thanksgiving. And at this point, before we ask for your money, we thank you for everything that you do for our congregation. We thank you for your time and for your money. And we acknowledge that when we give, the more we give, the more we receive. This sounds like something that doesn't quite make mathematical sense, but it makes spiritual sense. Because it is our tradition at UUCCN to share the plate with an organization that shares our values. And for the month of September, we share our plate with the Interfaith Nutrition Network, which is exactly what it says. It is a food bank that helps hungry and homeless Long Islanders, people from all faiths coming together to do the important work of building our community and protecting them. A lot of people don't know that there are many homeless people on Long Island, but you don't see them on the street because they live in motels, or they live with friends, or they live in families, or they live in their car. The inn helps these people get their lives back on track. And we've had speakers here from the inn who were once homeless on Long Island and who the inn helped, and now they help others in that same situation. It is one of our favorite charities here, and we hope that you will give generously, both to support our work and to support people. Now, this is a reading from the 4th chapter of John in the Gospel, in the Second Testament. It begins this way. Now Jesus learned that the Pharisees had heard that he was gaining and baptizing more disciples than John, although in fact it was not Jesus who baptized, but his disciples. So he left Judea and went back once more to Galilee. Now he had to go through Samaria. So he came to a town in Samaria called Sychar, near the plot of ground Jacob had given to his son Joseph, to some background. Jacob's well was there, and Jesus, tired as he was from the journey, sat down by the well. It was about noon. When a Samaritan woman came to draw water, Jesus said to her, "Will you give me a drink?" His disciples had gone to town to buy some food. The Samaritan woman said to him, "You are a Jew, and I am a Samaritan woman. How can you ask me for a drink?" For it was known that Jews did not associate with Samaritans. Jesus answered her, "If you knew the gift of God and who it is that asks you for a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." "Sir," the woman said, "you have nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. Where can you get this living water?" Jesus answered, Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life." The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water so that I won't get thirsty and have to keep coming here to draw water." He told her, "Go call your husband and come back." "I have no husband," she replied. Jesus said to her, "You were right when you say you have no husband. The fact is, you have had 5 husbands, and the man you now have is not your husband. What you have just said is quite true." "Sir," the woman said, "I can see that you are a prophet." "Woman," Jesus replied, "believe me, a time is coming when you will worship the Father neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. God is spirit, and his worshipers must worship in the spirit and in truth." And that is the end of this portion of the reading. Now, the theme for the month of September is belonging. And as thinking about the meaning of the word, I reflect on the fact that we come into the world to be. We are made of the starlight between two souls and we come into being through their existence. And that we be means we are striving to exist, becoming ourselves. We're working to establish who we are in our own right. Some of us are very clear about who we are, while others are struggling. We're not that aware. Some of us are overwhelmed. To be, to exist, to grow into something more, to process, to journey. Then comes the longing. We long to be a part of something, connected to someone. We are longing to be nurtured. We are longing to be held. We are longing to be fed. We are longing to be soothed. That longing is palpable. We belong to each other. Every precious one of us belongs out of love. In reflecting on that reading, that is the living water I feel Jesus is referring to in the gospel about the Samaritan woman at the well. The situation tells us a lot about Jesus, the man at the beginning of the story, and different versions of the Second Testament will tell you some more about him. He really is a rock star rabbi. He has border followers. Being in the crowd for hours, he finds a need to take a break, to have some alone time, and it's a normal response to too much stimulus. And he ducks down an alley and escapes. And as he approaches a clearing away from the crowd, he sees the woman at the well, drawing water for herself. That is an odd thing. Something would not be right in that picture. In those days, women would gather at the well to retrieve water, not to be alone for that task, but to be in community with each other, chatting, gossiping, sharing news. This woman was clearly ostracized and alone in her community. And when Jesus spoke to her, that was unusual, as she said. He was a Jew, she was a Samaritan woman. He knew it was odd, she knew it was odd. She was taken by surprise, given her outcast state, let alone being a woman. And his offer of living water was a gift to her. She didn't know what it meant, but the offer was a validation of her being a person, a wounded one at that, but now no longer an outcast. I see this offer of living water as replenishing her spirit. She was dehydrated from human connection, dehydrated from community. His words and actions towards her were liberating from her isolation. She came alive knowing that she was seen and validated. She had sometime longed to be seen and accepted. She wanted again to belong and to be made whole. And Jesus opened that door for her, the promise of living water. Every drop precious, every soul like hers, like ours, precious. This story takes place in Samaria, known today as Palestine, north of Gaza. The issue of belonging has been a contentious one for over a century. The takeover of Palestine has long been sought politically and culturally by those who felt they owned the land but wanted its indigenous people out. They have established the State of Israel as reparations for the Holocaust of the Nazis. But those who orchestrated this deal did it to remove Palestinians from their homeland, or at least it does appear to be that way. Settlements have displaced Palestinians from their homes, taken down houses, walled away from their farms and water sources, and cut down their olive trees. They have been separated from hospitals and critical sources of community support. In every way possible, they have been told they do not belong. International laws have been broken. But we have failed to call it what it is, a crime against humanity. We are dedicated as Unitarian Universalists to our values, and we seek justice. And we will continue our advocacy. We hold vigils, we hold demonstrations, we pray, we send funds and aid for them. The bombings don't seem to stop. Those in power believe they have the right to take lives, and that belongs to them. The understanding of belonging in these instances is not the kind of belonging we hope for or want. It is transactional, it is ownership, it is colonizing. That is devoid of care, it is vapid, and it is loveless. Why can't we see that everyone is precious? Have you ever felt left out? It happens in schools. It happens in families. No one ever wants to be outside of acceptance. And yet the world is producing more instances of people, even whole communities, being left out of being seen as valid. We're discriminated against people to the point of human rights abuse, and the world court seems powerless to do anything about it. Make no mistake, the continual bombing of Gaza in Palestine is genocide. Depriving people of food, that's making it a weapon of war. Children, elderly, mothers, women, and men are starving. The last remaining hospital has been bombed, killing doctors, aid workers, patients, and journalists. This is criminal activity by a far-right government. Israeli citizens have been protesting these atrocities, and the war continues so that elections cannot be held. When will this stop? Every Palestinian being labeled a terrorist to justify these actions. But we will support Palestine because as Unitarian Universalists, we believe in justice. A few years ago, the Ramapo Lenape Nation, which I also work for, hosted an event for Palestinian rights, as have many other indigenous tribes. Because indigenous people on this continent understand their plight because it seems really familiar to us. These same things are happening that have taken place here in the United States. Manifest Destiny systemically destroyed indigenous nations across this land. The same actions are being taken against Palestinians. But they belong to the land, and they must be allowed to live free from the river to the sea. Free to be, free to thrive. Now there are talks about turning the West Bank into beachfront property. There have been times in the world when we have stood and acted in defense of the vulnerable. This is such a time now. Everyone is precious. Everyone matters. In our own country, we have used that phrase, Black Lives Matter. And the response has been, well, every life matters. That's great. But if Black lives don't matter, then it's not everyone. So we need to be all inclusive and look to see who is being most impacted. Our struggle in the U.S. has been from our inception, and the atmosphere is even more divided today. Belonging takes a twisted turn in our politics as people are taken off the streets and denied their civil and human rights. Masked men can take people away from their home, their work, their children, and it's by the hand of government doing what is illegal. Courts are ruling against these things, but it's not happening quickly enough to prevent harm and to prevent terror. Our communities where we live may not be as impacted, but believe me, this is happening to Black, brown, and Asian communities, as it did in Germany during the 30s. The comfortable people are not seeing it reported, but it is happening. And we must be aware, we must speak out, for those who are vulnerable cannot. When we truly belong to each other, we lift each other up, help each other out, make life better for each other. It really is as simple as that. What does it look like for us in this country? So let me give you an example. You may have heard several of our country's mayors declare that the crime statistics in their cities are down. Now take, for example, Mayor Brandon Scott of Baltimore, where we had our General Assembly this past June. He invested in 42 summer literacy youth camps, 29 literacy programs, extended the rec center hours until 11 p.m., planned block parties, opened pools for safe fun, opened several schools up for summer classes. Crime is down 62%. He saw the people and acknowledged their needs, their longing to be safe and productive. All people want that. Not to be seen as criminals, not to be seen as outcasts, but to be validated. He gave them living water. He gave them hope. This summer, we hosted the Palibirds organization in support of Palestinian rights. We look forward to bringing them back to be in service. We will do what we can to support of justice for every precious one. As we close and prepare for our water communion, let us reflect on how living water is necessary for us to be satiated, to feel valued, to come alive. We all need to be in this world, to have purpose, to be seen and valued. We are not here to be owned or controlled by others, but we long to fulfill ourselves with our dreams. Belonging. We belong to each other in love. Know that every one of you belongs here, that you're seen here, and you are valued for who you are. You are loved. Ashe, Ahom, blessed be.
When you're
working today. They're working today, okay? Oh, just about took my breath away. Thank you both so much. Now we're going to have our water communion. And even if you did not remember to bring water, you can share your message about what water has meant for you wherever you have gone. And we're going to work this out. I'm going to take this microphone, bring it over here.
I can bring that one over.
That's it? Okay, awesome. Okay. Thanks, Dave. Microphone's getting a little carried away.
Tighten it up. Just tighten it up.
Well, this is a very important ritual for us as Unitarian Universalists. Water is part of who we are as human beings. We are 60% water. And it's important that we be replenished on a regular basis, that we stay hydrated. That we stay hydrated is also reminds us that we need to stay connected to each other as people, as human beings. And we're struggling today. And maybe with all these things that come up, it's a good reminder how much we really need each other. People on the margins are being pushed out. They are our brothers and sisters. They are our relatives. They are community members. They are our friends. They are important. They matter. They are precious. So I'm pouring this for the connectedness of all of us. Hold that thought, and let's always carry that. And then I have some more to say. My husband and I were on a cruise. I'm not sharing that water. But at any rate, it all got altered because hurricanes. We are at a time where weather is doing different things. Mother Earth is not pleased with us. We need to do better and take care of her so she can take care of us. And so, grateful that we were able to be on a floating hotel and I didn't have to do dishes or cook and it was fine. But most important, we were together and with even a bigger community, having fun and trying to relax. So let us find ways to have fun, relax, and be community together, always. And for all those who could not make it today, maybe the weather was a problem, they weren't feeling too well, and it's not really too great today. So we hope that everyone feels better and also can stay connected. So if you would like to share, please do come up. Even if you don't have water, we have water for you to come up. So we're ready.
Now this is just going to be silly. I don't know if anybody would recognize this. I'm a big Star Trek fan, and what did Star Trek show? I think it was The Next Generation. The Enterprise comes across an alien who looks at them, the humans, and calls them ugly bags with mostly water. So they're 80%. So my husband had been in poor health for a couple of years. We didn't open our pool, and he's feeling better. And good bad lost his job, so he's home for the summer. And we opened our pool after 2 years being closed. So that's my water for this year. Thank you. Mostly. Okay.
Yeah.
We went to Canada this summer, and this water is from Halifax.
to enjoy that mood weather. It's always, it's weird. I get side effects from it. It makes me feel ill, and I still love it. So just enjoy the power of the nature. Also, we collected it from our house. So there's a lot of it.
This water is in honor of Don Ladd. It is the water that should have been put on our gardens during the summer and wasn't. And it looks like the dogwood may not make it, the big dogwood, because of lack of water. So we really have to share the responsibility of taking care of our place, and we appreciate all that Dave does to make it look so lovely. But we all have to take our responsibility to water. That water was from my water purifier that I have under my sink that I installed especially, and they come every year to service it. It's just very, very important that we have pure water and we know what's going into our bodies, because people are sometimes polluting our environment, and our vegetables and our food is sometimes, full of chemicals that we don't even realize. So I always drink pure water and leave it to my room. And also, as far as Mayor Ann said, the garden. I noticed this year that a lot of things are drying up a lot faster, things are blooming a lot faster, and now they're finished where they would probably still be blooming. So we really can see there's a lot of climate change. We need to figure out what we can plant so we don't waste our water, that we make use of just the environment that we have now, and then we don't have to use so much water that's very, very precious to all of us. This water, I drink every day, and I'm reminded of how much it sustains my life. I'm so fortunate it's there for me 24 hours a day. It has given me good health. It reminds me of how it stimulates my water all around me in all forms, how it stimulates my senses. From listening to waterfalls to just drinking clean, quiet water, and how it calms me and sustains me all night, keeps me hydrated, and all of us. And also the water that I swam in California. It reminds me how precious water is in that state, and how important it is to fight the fires, to sustain life with people where water is very, very precious for life and their homes. So every day I'm reminded how lucky we are to have it here at our fingertips.
To me, this water represents healing. So yesterday I had to help one of my friends transition her pet, and it was really hard. And a lot of water was shed, through tears. I used to shy away from crying if it was a bad thing, but tears are part of the healing process. And And the water that we shed through our tears help us through this healing journey.
I'm going to give you some virtual water, but I have been so blessed with having a few of my grandchildren now moving off to college. I got together with people from our community here, and we had celebrations at my boat club, celebrations at my house, and now I'm expecting my wife to return to me tomorrow. She's in Abu Dhabi right now, but she's having a wonderful time. And the water I used to use, because I owned a sailboat and I love sailing. 4 years ago, I sold the boat, and I've been living without a boat, but I have to experience other parts of my life that are just as important as sailing. So that's what I'm doing now.
Yes, water has been very important since my baptism. I find that I'm surrounded by water, especially when I'm singing at the beach this summer. It brought such peace, such joy, such love. To me, it's very spiritual. Also, just a way to express myself was so marvelous. To turn and look and see the ocean behind you, the water surrounding you, the open air in the sky. I feel very fortunate I have that. Thank you.
I was brought up as a Baptist. My mom was the organist, and so I never missed a Sunday. And in the Baptist church, they don't have infant baptism. You're supposed to be of the age to make your decision you want to be baptized. And of course, if everyone in Sunday school is getting baptized, you need to get baptized too. But I did borrow a white skirt. I felt that would be good to be white when you're baptized. And when the minister takes you and he puts you, you're in a water up to your waist. They have built in at the front. But as I was being dipped down, I felt my skirt going up. And I looked up above, and there all the little boys in Sunday school were sitting, looking at my underwear. I did not have a religious experience.
Looking like a true Unitarian. Wonderful.
Well, water can be wonderful and a little traumatizing. And I pray for your spirit whenever you share that story, Annalie. I feel for you and your 80-year-old self. And the liberty that they were taking with you. But I'm hoping that now that you have been Unitarian all these years, that you are enjoying being Unitarian Universalist.
Whatever.
Okay. Okay.
All right, well, you got a chalice extinguishing or any of this other stuff before we do this?
So now at this time, we will extinguish our chalice. displaying but only to signify that our time and praying community has come to an end. We will hold on to our bonds of fellowship and commitment to our shared faith as we look to live them in our lives. May we deepen our spiritual bonds in anticipation of gathering together again. And now we will sing Blue Boat Home, number 1052 in your blue.
64.
It's actually 1064 in the blue book. Stand if you can, let's sing together.
Postlude is going to be just a little bit longer than my usual postlude. Today is, or would have been, I don't know which is the proper way to say, is or would have been Hope's birthday. Reverend Petra mentioned 9/11 earlier, and I said this a few weeks ago, that since before I met Hope, she had lung trouble, right? She always had lung trouble. I didn't know why until after she died. And why? Why was because when 9/11 happened and there were first responders on the scene and she knew that would be emotionally difficult for them, she ran down there to counsel them and listen. And breathed in that stuff for who knows how long. So, you know, Hope was a 9/11 hero. So I'm going to sing what she said was her favorite song. And I don't play it enough here, but I'll sing it today. Some say that love is a raging river, a river that would drown a tender reed. Some say say that love is a rusty razor that will cut your heart and leave it there to bleed. And some say that they say that love's a hunger. They say that it's an endless aching need. But I say that love is a precious flower, and you are the flower's only seed. Now it's the heart that's scared of breaking, that never takes a chance. And it's the dream scared of waking, that never seems to get on up and dance. And it's the one saying, I will not be taken, that cannot seem to live. And it's a soul afraid of dying, that never gives itself a chance to live. Now when the night has been too lonely, and the road has been far too long, and you find yourself thinking that love is something that is only for the unfairly lucky and unnaturally strong, I beg you to remember, in the cold, dead winter, far beneath the snows, there lies a seed, and with the love of the sun in the spring, the seed becomes a rose.